Hi parents, this is Mr. Schiefer. I'm here making an information video for you. I'm going to go over Class Dojo and how to see my updates on Class Dojo on the class story. I'm going to show you how to log into the Harupa Unified School District Power School. That's going to be the best place to start. Once we're on Power School, I'll show you our Symbaloo, which is educational links to all of the websites and digital activities I've been doing. I will show you my Google Classroom where all of the assignments have been posted. I will also show you weekly activity websites like Spelling City and RazKids, our Reading A through Z program. Finally, I will show you our McGraw-Hill Connect Ed and how to get there. That has lots of resources and videos in our curriculum, and I can also show you a website called Super Teacher Worksheets. So those of you curious about printing out additional activities, we'll have that as well. Okay, so first, I just wanted to remind everyone that as of today is March 19th, 2020, these online learning activities are optional. They are not mandatory. I don't know if that's going to be the case as we continue, but as of today, they are not mandatory. They are just an opportunity for your student to practice the material we've been learning throughout the year and keep their mind sharp. Okay, so Class Dojo. Those of you who use Class Dojo using the app on your phone, which is most of you, you're going to be able to find my stories, the class story. That's where I'm posting updates. I'm letting you know when there are new activities on Google Classroom for your students. You're going to press this part of the app where it says stories to find all of the information. And to message me or read messages that I send directly to you that are not a part of the class story, you click messages right there. You can send me messages, and I will also be sending everybody a message with login information for that Super Teachers websites. Also, if you're using your phone, the app, and you want to receive notifications as soon as I post those updates, make sure you turn your notifications on with the notifications and the banners. If you want to just browse at your own time, you can also turn those notifications off and then just check at your leisure. If you have the website will just, once you're on the home page on the website, all the stories are just in a feed right here. So I want to talk about this story in particular. That has the Wonders page right there. So you click that to get some printout resources right there. I'll go back to this at the end of the video. Okay, next, logging into PowerSchool. So here are the steps. I'm going to talk about the steps and then show you an example about how to log into PowerSchool. Now, if your student has their Chromebook at home, this should be really easy for them. We do this constantly in class. If your student was not able to take their Chromebook home, you're really going to want to watch this information right here. So first thing we'll do, I'll talk about the steps and we'll do it. You're going to go to Google and just Google JUSD Power School for Harupa Unified School District Power School. Click the first option that comes up on Google, and then that will take you to this orange page right here. You click the top option, jusd.k12.ca.us. Ask your student to enter their 102 at JUSD number. If they forgot it, message me and I can message you back with that information. Once you sign in, you'll click 4th grade room 28 in the upper left hand corner, and then you'll click Symbaloo, and that will take you to all of our links. So let me show you how to do that. So once you go to Google, like I said, type in JUSD Power School, click enter, click on the first link. It'll say right here, Power School Learning, JUSD. So your student's going to click this upper one, jusd.k12.ca.us. And it's a Google sign-on, so it's cross-platform sign-on. Once you sign in right here, your student will be able to log in to many other websites as well. So I'm going to use a student who wasn't able to take their Chromebook home, their 102 number. Notice it already has at jusd.k12.ca.us for them. Now, when they go to this page, I want to talk about this page before I continue. Like I said, most times it will complete the at the .jusd.k12.ca part for your student. Your student only needs to type the full address when they are sending emails or using it for a non-Google login, which is rarely ever. For this website right here, all they have to do is their 102 number and at JUSD. If they try to put the full .jusd.k12.ca.us and they don't type it in absolutely perfect, it will say their password is wrong. So to avoid that, just have them type in at JUSD. So I'm going to do an example right here. And like I said, if your student forgot, just message me and I can message you back with that information. Even if they forgot their password too, I can reset their password for them and message you back with that. So next step is loading. Okay, so here's like a main site, and if your student is in band or has Mrs. Burt's, there will be another room, but my room is 4th grade room 28. So click that next. This is a bulletin board. Now I might start using PowerSchool to post and make other updates as well, but we'll see. We'll see which one works best. For now, I'm using Google Classroom. But let's click on Symbaloo. So on Symbaloo, these tiles right here are links to all of the websites that we use in class. So we use weekly activities. We use our Spelling City and Raz Kids. This one right here is called Typing Club. If they click that, it'll lead them through typing lessons. See if you can get them to type without looking at the keyboard. We also have our fun math game, Prodigy. Prodigy will quiz your student on a series of Common Core skills, and it's set up like the video game Pokemon, if you used to play Pokemon as a kid. Instead of your student just playing a game and having fun, though, it makes your student solve a math problem that deals with what we're learning in class at the time before they can perform that move. And here is a really important one, Google Classroom, right? Right here is where you will find the link to Google Classroom. Now this is probably the most important tile that I posted for your student during this time of staying at home and doing the online digital activity. So let's check out Google Classroom. So this is my little browser up here at the top. Students, as you can see, can post, and everything I post will also be here. It posts material as a stream right here. If your student just wants to see classwork, they can click the classwork tab, and it's sorted by the type of activity. I've been putting video updates here, going over questions as well. So all math can they can just click math and see all the math work that I posted, all the reading assignments, all the writing assignments, all the science questions that I've asked can be found there. Something I'm doing, I'm writing in all caps the day that I assigned it, and all these activities will be up here until April 30th. So your student can complete the activities if they choose to at their pace. The day it's assigned, or a week later, 2 weeks later, they can go back and do anything. So I'm letting you know on Class Dojo when I'm putting up something new. So the new activities I put up today, I put up a reading activity, I put up a science question, I put up a Google Slides that your student can complete. If they're having trouble with it, have them message me and I can either make a video for them or go over that with them as well. So that is Google Classroom. Next, I want to talk about our weekly activities, and those are Spelling City and Raz Kids. So let's look at Spelling City. To log in, your student will just have to make sure student is highlighted, then just click sign in with Google. If they're already signed in, they'll just have to click their name when it comes up right here. So I've This week I posted review spelling and review vocabulary. If it is collapsed, they just click this little triangle right here, and there are a series of spelling games for them to play and a series of vocabulary games. And I'm going to leave every week up until April 30th for now. So that's Spelling City. Next, let me show you Raz Kids are reading A through Z. They'll click the little robot icon. That'll take them to the teacher username. My teacher username is my last name Schiefer with an extra R, so Schiefer R. Then they'll click go. Once they go there, it will take them to our login page. They'll just find their name. It's sorted by first name, last initial. So I'm going to use my account. Your student's password and everyone's password for Raz Kids is IHE28. So there's a reading section and a writing section. Let me show you the reading section first. In the reading section, if they have completed their weekly assignment already, this will be empty. If they have not completed their weekly assignment, that will be there. If they have work from past weeks that they have not finished, that will also be there. This is the most important part of Raz Kids. It's called the Level Up Room. In the Level Up Room, Raz Kids provides your student with books that are at their reading level. So books that are not too hard and not too easy. Fiction books, nonfiction books. They can listen and read the books. When they have listened to and read the book, they can take a comprehension quiz that will quiz them on a series of Common Core comprehension questions. They also have the reading room if they'd like to browse other kind of material. They can look at books within about 3 levels of their own. So this account is set at the highest level, so they can read up to level Y. But your student can read probably 2 or 3 books above and below their level. And it also sorts books by topic. There's nonfiction, there's graphic and humor, some of the specific topics, adventure, animals and insects. And these are all at your student's reading level, and it will really get them ready and ask them rigorous type questions, and they won't be too easy. Let me show you the writing room next. Yesterday I assigned a writing, just a free write, like where they write their own story. So that will be found in the writing assignment. This will guide them through steps, and they can listen to instructions as well. If they want to do additional writing, they can click write your own way. They can write like a research paper. They can write a book, build their own books, just follow the steps. And once a student has turned in a piece of writing, it can be published to the writing library. So I reviewed one story by one of our students, Ethan, yesterday, and they can read stories that other kids have written right here. So that's the writing part. That's Raz Kids. Log out of that. Okay, let's see what I have next on the agenda. Okay, before I show you some at-home activities, let me show you some other parts of Symbaloo. So some of these other tiles, a couple of these videos over here are math videos about rounding, YouTube videos. There's another YouTube video about Martin Luther King Jr. That I posted back in January for Martin Luther King Day. These 3 tiles right here are for the Hour of Code program. It guides students through a series of lessons that teach students how to do computer programming. I showed you Prodigy. Splash Math, if they click Splash Math, that leads them through games that target just math fluency, like math facts, multiplication facts, division facts. So simple, like 3 times 4, 4 times 6. You can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division facts. Good for just fluency and memorization. But the more complicated math problems will be found on Prodigy. Tomorrow, I'll also be hosting a live Kahoot at 11 a.m. So they'll click that tile to go there. We also have our World Book Encyclopedia. Students can look up and research topics that interest them. Another encyclopedia type website is Wonderopolis that they can click on. Student dictionaries are here. They can make their own Mad Libs on the Mad Lib side. AR is probably not going to work unless they're on a school network, which they should not be, so just ignore that one. I might be removing that one later. Next, I want to show you McGraw-Hill Education. So that's ConnectEd, in other words. So this red icon right here. This is one place to go to for additional printout activities. I personally don't like assigning digital material on ConnectEd, but I may assign others in the future. But what I want to show you is specifically the math section. So if you click on the math section right here, click on menu. If you click on menu up here and click resources, you can browse through any of the chapters in the math curriculum book and find digital resources, printout resources, videos, tutoring videos. So right now we are working on operations with fractions, chapter 9. And then this little toolbar right here, you can click on to see all of the lessons within the chapter. So the most recent thing we're working on is subtracting mixed numbers. Right here, it organizes all of the resources for this chapter. So there are 5 worksheets. So on this resources page, you just click the little wheel for each for each item, I guess you could say. Click open resource. If your browser has a pop-up window, you're gonna have to click the little pop-up though, and it will open a pop-up window. It gives examples. Now, even if you don't have a printer, you can have your students do these on paper and pen, just write out an example and have them do that there. I would open a bunch of them. And you can click on all resources, some other things that it will include videos and other opportunities, games even. Just click the wheel from there. Another thing that is available is the entire book. If you just click ebook right here, you and your student can browse the entire book. You won't be able to print from this way, but you can look at specific problems too. So that's ConnectEd right there. Also, if there's a little homework and assignment section, if they click that, I'm I'm having trouble assigning things as well. If they could not go on Fact Dash yesterday, they'll be able to just click this little wheel, click Open Resource, and they'll be able
McGraw-Hill Mathematics presents Fact Dash.
They can practice a series of skills that way. Okay, one other resource that I'm going to share with you guys is something called superteacherworksheets.com. So let's check that out. So go to Google, just type in Super Teacher Worksheets or even Super Teacher, and it should be the very first result that you get, Super Teacher Worksheets. It's right here. So I'm going to message you, so check out your messages with the login information. I'll tell you that the username is my last name, 138. You'll get a message with the password. And there is lots and lots and lots of resources on this website. They categorize things by math right here and the topic. There's reading comprehension problems. You've probably seen a lot. I've given some of these for homework. You might be familiar with some of these things. There's writing prompts, phonics to work on, grammar, if you want to give additional spelling. Lots of activities here. So let me show you one. Since we're doing fractions, I can click fractions right here. It shows by category. So we're working on operations with fractions. We're working on subtracting fractions, and then it's shown by grade. So like I could click on this example right here, view PDF, and I could either write down a problem for my student to solve or print it out. So, and it even gives you an answer key if you want to help out with that. So check your messages for that. And there's also the practice book. The PDF for the practice book can be found on the class story in Class Dojo. Where we left off before we went home for isolation, we left off on Unit 4, Week 5 achievement. So this was the last part that we did, but you can really print out anything from here. There are reading activities, there's spelling and vocabulary activities, lots and lots of additional things to do. So remember, none of this is mandatory. These are just extra options for you. Okay. One more thing before I go. Tomorrow, Friday, March 20th, there's going to be a live Kahoot. I will post the login code to Class Dojo. I'll also post it to Google Classroom at around 10:45, and we'll start at 11 a.m. I'm going to ask a series of language, math, and science questions. I hope this video was helpful. If you have more questions, please message me. If you need me to go over how to do something specifically, I can make a video for you. Let me know on classdojo.com, or you can email me, robert_schiefer@jusd.k12.ca.us. I hope everyone is healthy and safe. Take care.